Top story, though, for you. He had only been in prison for 20 days, and now former French President Nicolas Sarkozy has left jail. Sarkozy now has arrived at his home where he will serve the rest of his sentence in accordance with a ruling given by a judge just hours ago. The 70-year-old had arrived at Paris's La Santé prison late last month to serve a 5-year sentence. Since he's complained of being taunted by fellow inmates, describing life in jail as grueling. He had been charged for conspiring to finance his presidential campaign in 2007 with funds from the late Libyan dictator Muammar Gaddafi, while Sarkozy still insists he's innocent. To talk to us more about this, France 24's French politics editor Marc Perelman joins me in the studio. Good to see you, Marc. So as we were mentioning there, Sarkozy is now at home, but there are some conditions to him serving his sentence at home now, isn't it?
Right. First of all, it's an expected judgment that we got today. Many legal experts thought that if he was asking for his early release, Nicolas Sarkozy would get it, and the prosecution actually asked for him to be released this morning, and the judges followed suit. So no surprise to see Nicolas Sarkozy after 20 days in jail. Obviously, it's the first time a former president serves jail time in France. Nicolas Sarkozy obviously wanted to go home to be able to prepare his appeals. That the trial is expected to take place in March. He has been sentenced to 5 years in jail, a very, very serious conviction that he will need to fight. However, what's interesting is the conditions put by the judges. One is expected. He's not allowed to leave France. Yes, okay, it makes sense. The other is that he is not supposed to have any contact with officials from the Justice Ministry, including the Justice Minister himself. So it's very unusual to have magistrates tell someone who was just released from jail that he should not be in touch with the top justice official in the country, Gérald Darmanin, the justice minister. Why is that? Because Gérald Darmanin, who was brought up in politics by Nicolas Sarkozy, was very close to him before taking sides with Emmanuel Macron, said immediately after Nicolas Sarkozy was sent to jail that he would visit him to check his security conditions. People then this created a whole controversy. Why would the justice minister visit only one inmate? Because he doesn't visit other inmates individually, of course. Nicolas Sarkozy, he nevertheless went to pay a visit to Nicolas Sarkozy, and today's response is clearly in purpose. The magistrates are telling the justice minister this is not normal. This should not have happened, and it should not happen again. So obviously, this is a rebuke for Gérald Darmanin, saying, we are administrating justice the best we can. You may not like what we do, but we need to do it independently. We don't want a justice minister saying, I'm going to visit someone in particular to check about his security while he doesn't do it for other inmates. So it's obviously a signal, a political signal sent by the magistrates.
Well, let's go back on everything that's happened. Obviously, Sarkozy is kind of facing a lot of legal woes at the moment. Talk to us about his legal challenges at the moment.
Yes, obviously this one, he is appealing, but he's already been convicted, and a final conviction in an influence peddling and corruption case involving a magistrate. It's a complicated case, but the highest court already confirmed that he had been convicted to a 1-year jail sentence. He was forced to wear an electronic bracelet for several months. He did that already. And at the end of November, the Cour de Cassation, France's highest court, will decide whether an appeals court conviction for another illegal campaign financing scheme, this time in 2012, will be confirmed or not. He's been convicted for a 1-year jail sentence, 6 of which is suspended jail sentence. So obviously, Nicolas Sarkozy is still in the thick of several legal cases. The Libyan one is obviously the one that everyone's focusing on, the one that sent him to jail, if only for 20 days. But obviously, he still has a lot of legal trouble, and he's going to spend a lot of time with his lawyers. He hopes it will not be behind bars.
Indeed. Mark, thank you so much for that piece of analysis. France 24's French politics editor, Marc Perelman, there.